Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, we've made it through another week, so we're going to be solving the Minute Cryptic Mini for the 13th of February. Right, let's start, because we usually always start one across with this. Let's mix it up and let's go 4 down. Tips from sloth, hang, relax, unwind and binge leafy plant. So we've got the tips in the first letters from sloth, hang, relax, unwind, and binge to get shrub, which is a leafy plant, nice and easy. Call back, extremely dreamy companion. I mean, back could be reversal, extremely could be the outer letters of a certain word. Is it buddy? I'm just looking at extremely dreamy. The extreme letters of dreamy would be D and Y. And yes, if you dub somebody, like dub their name or something like that, that's what you call them. So we've got dub back, as I said, reversal, and then we've got the extreme letters of dreamy to get buddy, which is your buddy, your pal, your companion. Okay. One who spotted diamonds after violating parole. So I think that D there is diamonds. Notation in like cards, D, diamonds, C clubs, etc. Imagine violating is going to be an anagram indicator, and we're going to be anagramming parole, which will precede the D because we've got the diamonds after the anagrammed parole. And a leopard would be one who is spotted. Okay. Let's go 5 across. Poetry fans possibly dare to change contents of verse. Change could be a very clear anagram indicator, and the contents of verse would be the inner letters, E, R, and S. Poetry fans. I think the definition is going to be poetry fans, possibly, maybe. Or are we changing dare actually? Because we've got R and an A there. Yeah, so we've got. And then we're going to have the contents of verse afterwards, which would be ERS, which would make sense. Got a plural there if the definitions are going to be poetry fans, possibly. So we've got a D and R left. So yeah, yeah, poetry fans. I guess they'd be big readers. Written poetry. So yeah, that makes sense. Yep, anagramming dare, and then ERS to follow that. Let's go 4 across. Myths of male plucked from storm by sirens every so often. Male plucked, do you think we're maybe taking off the outer letters? Like if you, I don't know, pluck a chicken, you're taking out its feathers, like its outer coat. Or actually, male can just be M, and that's plucked from, that's going to be taken from storm. To leave STOR, and that's going to be next to by sirens every so often. Every so often's basically doing what it says on the tin, taking every other letter, which would be IES. And stories are myths. Okay. Okay, let's do this one. Somewhat solo nerd. Somewhat suggests hidden. We're taking a portion of solo nerd, and we've got loner hidden in there. I don't think I'm a nerd. I'm, recording commentary for crosswords, but I'm not a loner. A bit harsh there to consider that, all nerds are loners and vice versa. Right, let's go. Mid-February bestseller, perhaps increased sales at last. Sales at last will be that last letter of sales, which is going to be there. Um, um, I mean, is this going to be? Ah, okay. The definition is mid-February bestseller, perhaps. um, because it's going to be roses, isn't it? Like Valentine's Day. Um, no, I think it's just yeah. Sorry, it's just mid-February bestseller, which would be roses, like a bunch of roses. So perhaps increased would be rose. Yeah, if something increased, it rose, and then we've got that. Yeah, yes, at last. Right, one more. Lack of experience visible in subpoena. I've typed. It's going to be naivete. Is it hidden? Yeah. Visible in. Hidden clue indicator. We've got naivete. Hidden between subpoena. I've typed. Which is a lack of experience. Let's finish that up. Yeah, all good. That was a lot easier than the last couple of weeks. I'm gonna say it's nice to get some variation, but I was liking the a bit harder direction that the last few weeks were going. Uh, we'll see. I mean, I literally just re-upped my subscription, which to Minute Cryptic, which includes the mini. So maybe new subscribers or people who maybe subscribed and then you know haven't been solving weekly and just getting back into it. Maybe they're just threw a little softball to those people. But yeah, hopefully they get a bit harder from next week because this was very easy. I'd say that's like 1 out of 5 difficulty, this one. But yeah, still enjoyed it. I will see you next week. Thank you very much for joining me again.